Glad to have you join us on this edition of the show. The push to get more women to embrace the use of technology has necessitated the need to develop business models that would ensure that this happens at scale. My guest is empowering women with resources to build careers in tech. We've got this and more coming up on the show. I am Chukwemeka Agbata. Welcome to Tech Trends.
To create a more diverse and inclusive tech world, we need to inspire and empower the next generation of female role models to pursue and develop their careers in technology and become innovators, leaders, and entrepreneurs.
The 2021 edition of the National Information Technology Merit Awards, an annual conference and award ceremony by the Nigeria Computer Society.
I'm also very delighted to be part of this noble profession.
Computer professionals, information technology practitioners, and other members of the technology community come together to celebrate the best amongst the players in the industry. Annually, the Nigeria Computer Society, through NITMA, celebrates and rewards outstanding achievements and contributions in the IT field, and this year's edition is no different.
The Nigerian Computer Society has been the voice of IT professionals for the past 4 decades. Presently, with about 15,000 members spread across all sectors of the economy, the Nigerian Computer Society continues to expand and grow in might and relevance. Annually, the Nigerian Computer Society, through the National Information Technology Merit Award, recognizes and celebrates excellence and commitment to information technology profession. The advocacy efforts of Nigerian Computer Society, which is geared towards achieving sustainable development in Nigeria, will not be complete without recognizing excellent, exceptional individuals, professionals, corporate organizations who have made significant impact in the industry. It is imperative and gratifying to regularly celebrate all IT professionals who are using technology to enhance national development.
The Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Obafemi Hamzat, says the actions of the Nigeria Computer Society will ultimately determine the progression of the country.
Science and technology remain key enablers that has continued to define the way we live, we play, we work, and the way we think. Indeed, it is the bedrock of society, social integration and harmony because of its many applications that can resolve issues and, of course, enhance the way we do things. I want to assure you that our administration plans to fully transform the state into a smart city and make our state economy 21st century compliant is fully on course. The ongoing metropolitan fiber network and broadband infrastructure across the state is part of the comprehensive smart city program of this government, aimed at driving Lagos into a 24-hour economy. The Unified Metro Fiber Project is a multi-year smart city program in which the government is installing 6,000 kilometers of fiber optic cable across the state in 2 phases.
The gathering also recognizes exceptional accomplishments in the industry.
NITMA is the most important, prestigious IT award ceremony in our technology community in this nation, as it is a platform for celebrating the best among the players in the industry. Building on the existing and lasting legacy established by the respected founders and elders of our profession, the NITMA Awards event is at the core of activities, realizing the commitments of NCS to change the society for good through technology and innovations. Aligned with the vision and values of NCS, nominees and awardees emerge through the use of tested and well-established criteria For NCS, it is essential to recognize that excellence, hard work, exceptional accomplishment, and extraordinary service to the industry and profession. And this must be celebrated and awarded.
I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less.
At this year's edition, awards received include the Digital Governor of the Year, won by Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State, who was represented. IT Gold Merit Award, won by Kashifu Inua, DG of National Information Technology Development Agency, who was also represented.
Stand up.
IT Personality of the Year, Professor Stella Chimeke, Vice Chancellor, University of Delta. IT Company of the Year, Zynex Technologies Limited, whose chairman is also the chief launcher of the NCS Innovation Development Fund.
I appreciate you. There's nothing else for me to do in the world than what I'm doing. Today, almost everyone is a computer scientist. Because if you go to Conga, I have about 158 coders. And about 7% have computer science degree. So the profession is controlling the world. The profession also has produced the richest people in the world. But we are very hopeful with the churches here that one day we'll also get to that platform.
The growth of information technology through their professional expertise and activities. Like I said earlier as well, 48 conferees.
Deserving members of society also conferred with the prestigious professional and honorary fellowships, and they promised to promote the objectives of the society.
On behalf of the professional fellowship awardees, we have pledged, but again, I need to reassure you that our commitment, our loyalty at any point in time will be to the society.
This is the beginning of better things to come. It is a challenge. It's a call to service, to do better. And all the pledges, I know we will all fulfill it. And we know that we will double our commitment to the society.
The Nigeria Computer Society is the umbrella body for all information technology practitioners in Nigeria.
A toy-like robot with scowling blue eyes and a North Korean flag across its chest roams around a classroom at a university in Pyongyang in a recent demonstration of tools aimed at helping children learn basic maths, music and English. The footage, broadcast by North Korean state television KRT, also showed two other larger plastic robots, each with a vaguely humanoid appearance. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has been pushing for education reform in recent years by spurring technological and scientific innovation. I help teach educational technology that enhances children's intelligence, said the 80-centimeter tall robot in a female voice, waving its arms. A second robot featured a smiley face on a screen embedded inside a white round head, while another wore a blue plastic suit and white-rimmed glasses. Park Hoon-hae, a professor at a university in Pyongyang, says the development of the educational robots had its challenges initially, with the robots often shaking their heads when asked questions in both Korean and foreign languages.
Upgrading this robot's intelligence was difficult for me as someone who majored in psychology. It was the words of our respected Comrade General Secretary Kim Jong-un on adopting artificial intelligence technology in education that has always guided me on the right track.
Hello. Hi. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. What's your name? My name is Yoo.
North Korea reopened schools in June 2020, but made it mandatory for children to wear masks in classes, and washing stations were installed. The reclusive country has not officially reported a single coronavirus case, but it has imposed strict antivirus measures, including border closures and domestic travel curbs, and experts have said an outbreak there cannot be ruled out. Robots have been dispatched at different venues to help with epidemic screening and control at Wukesong Stadium in Beijing, where the ice hockey events of the upcoming Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics will take place in February. At a test event held this week in Wukesong Stadium, a robot was used for disinfection. It can spray atomized fog to the ground, sterilizing an area of 36 square meters within just a minute. Another robot is capable of walking up to those who are not wearing masks and tell them to wear one. Experts say the robots can complete the work of volunteers with higher efficiency.
有没有戴口罩?
The robot also has a contactless hand disinfection device on its head. This one robot can perform the work of 3 to 4 volunteers.
或安保人员.
The managing team said the stadium will expand the closed-looping managing area for COVID-19 precautions, which will separate athletes and staff members from media and spectators. People inside the loop would need things like paper documents, personal gear and medical equipment, and robots will do the job to help minimize personal contact. The so-called delivery robots are standing by in the buffer zone. In this area, staff members can put objects on the robots, which can load things up to 300 kilos.
The destinations of the robot were programmed in advance, and we will choose a certain destination according to our needs.
Besides the robots, smart lockers will supplement the delivery service. They function like the lockers in ordinary communities, where the delivery person puts the package inside the locker and then a code is sent to the receiver, who then picks it up from the other side of the locker.
Here are a few things to do to prevent WhatsApp Messenger being hacked. Do not use the unsupported version of WhatsApp. A number of people have found a way to install the popular GB WhatsApp on their devices, even though the company has banned it. If you're one of them, do install that version for the original app. Authorize the two-step verification process. To do this, go to Settings in WhatsApp, click on Account, click on Two-step Verification. Enter PIN, that is a 6-digit number. Then input your email address and save. If anyone wants to change it, WhatsApp will ask for the two-step verification. The account won't open without it. And for hacked group members, we advise you first put a call through to the individual whose number was used to send strange messages to the group to confirm if he or she has been hacked. If they were, the admin should immediately remove and re-add such group member. Once this is done, the alleged hacker will be unable to send messages to the group again.
Next is my chat with the founder of Women Ovate, Motunrayo Payinka. Stay with us.
The tech industry has continued to push towards getting more women into the sector. Globally, as the number of females in the space has always been lower than that of men. Around the world, there exists a gender gap in science and technology, with statistics from UNESCO Science Report stating that women still account for 28% of engineering graduates and 40% of graduates in computer science and informatics. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, on an average, Nigerian women make up just 22% each year. Nigeria's tech sector may be rising, but it still has a sizable gender gap, And a lot more needs to be done to improve gender diversity to encourage more women take up careers in tech. Moturayo Opayinka, founder of Womenovate, shares why we should support women building careers in tech.
Moturayo, glad to have you on Tech Trends today.
It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you.
All right, women in technology, what's your take?
It's exciting. It's about time. We have more women participating in technology, more for inclusion, innovation, and also the diversity that it brings. You know, we women are at the core of the economic engine for any nation. So it's about time we take that step, you know, and be involved, rightly so.
Yeah. So what would you say about the steps being taken at, you know, all levels to see that this happens in reality?
Right. I mean, it's a global drive now, thanks to the UN with the SDG goals which they've developed. We see different countries trying to align to those goals. More and more is being done. We see the numbers rising, and we still have a long way to go, but surely we're seeing the differences. There are more women in leadership now. There are more women in roles that years back we wouldn't have thought of them being. So yes, it's the right way forward, and we're making progress.
Okay, so but let's drive it down, right? Talking about STEM or STEM, you know, STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, agriculture, like you put yours, how do we drive young girls at a very early age to embrace some of these sectors?
So, like you rightly say, we start them young. Values are inculcated very early in stages of human life. So we start young, from primary education. A child should look up and say, I can be a doctor if I want to be. I can, be an aeronautic engineer if I choose to be it. So it's exposing them to that and ensuring that there's no limitation, encouraging participation at all levels.
But looking at it, right, do you think that policy around that particular subject matter in terms of trying to encourage more girls, especially in areas where, the female gender is disadvantaged, I mean, do you think there's enough policy to drive that through?
Globally, I would say there are policies, thankfully, that have come on board, driven by women leaders that, want to make a change in that. Look at the United Nations report. We scored hopefully on that indices alone. And there's a lot more that needs to be done. Besides the policy, we're talking about the cultural aspects as well, where, there needs to be some cultural change as part of that educating and the policy on the other end. So there is much more that needs to be done in the space in Nigeria. We are beginning to, but we can do better.
Okay, so share with us, based on your experience as a founder, how you're trying to use your startup to drive inclusion.
Right, so Womenovate really is, it's all about, closing the gaps and taking away the barriers. Womenovate is simply an online platform for STEM women to grow successful careers and, businesses. So basically we're saying normalize everything. I am a tech woman here in this side of the world. That doesn't make me less than someone in America or in the UK. So basically open our women more to opportunities.
So as a startup founder, what would you say are some of your biggest challenges in this space?
For me, our module to start with is bootstrapping. Basically because we want to prove the concept, okay? We want to prove the concept. Over this journey, we've had people saying, okay, run as an NGO. No, we're gonna show that you can generate revenue and run a sustainable business. So we are starting off bootstrapping. We are very big on partnerships. So is that partnership that is even more key to us than anything. It's the core of what Women of It does. And it's the mark of the milestone within our strategy.
So I mean, if you look at what you're doing now, how many women do you hope to touch, and how many women? Because I'm very also particular to see that we get more women to, you know, move to any of the STEM areas, right? So how many women are you looking to touch during the course of building your startup?
Oh well, in terms of our growth plan, our target is by Q2 2022, with the drive and the plan in place, we plan to have 100,000 plus women on our platform. So beyond, we will be growing a community as well, a community to showcase us as a woman, and beyond the learning side of things, we also want to be set right to say, okay, in Africa, if we want to look at, you know, genderless investment, our platform is where to look, because we have both professionals and business owners on our platform. So rightly, by mid next year, we should have 100,000 plus by Q2 2022.
Okay, interesting, Motura. Do you think that young girls have enough role models in this space that they can look up to in the whole STEM area? You know, what is your take?
Right. Yes. There are lots. Surprisingly, there are lots of women leaders out there, and that is one of the things that Women of It also sets to do, to showcase these role models, these leaders, for young girls to look up to. The spotlight has just not been on them, or they haven't had the opportunity to really be out there. But now, on this platform, one of the things we're looking to do in driving our strategy is have women in leadership roles, called professionals in the STEM roles, to give annual talks, regular talks, and be up there that, you know, girls and women generally can look up to. We could do with a lot more role models, definitely. There are a lot more in the making, and there are a lot that are there. They just need to be showcased more. And we need the opportunity and the ability to do that.
Finally, Moturayo, what would be your comments to women who may be watching this show, and, you know, their daughters want to be, you know, engineers or coders, or, you know, they want to be in the space? What would your advice be?
I would say the sky is your limit. You can aim to be whatever you choose to. No, don't place limitation on yourself. The sky, dream it, think it, and be it. The sky is your limit. The opportunities are there. Entrepreneurs like myself and other women are, you know, paving the way and making those opportunities available, creating awareness to say that the girl child can be whatever she wants to be. She can be a doctor, she can be an aeronautic engineer, she can choose to be whatever she wants to be. So the sky is your limit. Dream high.
Dream big.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being on the show today. I wish you all the best as you continue building. Thank you.
Thank you, CFA. Thanks for giving this opportunity. It's a pleasure.
As you've heard from Moturayo Okpayinka, founder, Women of It, it is important to support more women to build careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics as our world continues to depend more and more on advanced technology. I urge policymakers to be extremely deliberate about this and support initiatives like this. We've come to the end of the show, but it doesn't end here. The conversation continues online. Check out the show on Channels TV, YouTube, or cfablog.ng. For Tech Trends, I'm Chukwemeka Agbata.